Hey, how's it going? Dylan here. Today we're going to be chatting about Village Roadshow's new release of Ready Player One on 4K Ultra HD. It's very rare for us in Australia to get an Ultra HD release before the rest of the world, but it's finally happened. It's the first one I've bought that's been in advance. In fact, it's like almost a month early, which is crazy, really. Not sure why that is. But here we have Ready Player One on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, which also comes with the standard Blu-ray, which came out last Wednesday on the 4th. And it's from Village Roadshow in Australia, who distribute a lot of Warner's titles, well, all of Warner's titles, really. So this film, for me, was a fun ride when I saw it in the cinemas, and it wasn't a cinematic masterpiece or anything, but I definitely had a fun time with it and enjoyed myself. I was looking forward to getting it on Ultra HD because it was such a visually impressive film, and obviously with the subject matter, it would be a good one to have. Also, my wife hadn't seen it, so I was pretty keen to show her, and she's read the book. She's a big fan. So I went and grabbed this on the weekend, and happy to report that this is a very nice release. The 4K presentation, even though it's sourced from a 2K DI, obviously most of the film is fully CGI, so that kind of is cost prohibitive to render everything at 4K these days. It will get there eventually, but for now, this will do. In terms of other upscaled 4K releases, it definitely looks pretty darn nice, especially because the real life scenes are filmed on 35mm film, and those look great. You can see all the grain, very nice resolving of the grain structure there, and detail as well is pretty darn good. When you get into the Oasis scenes, the digital scenes, it's not as much detail, which obviously is apparent that they only rendered it probably 2K, whereas the film itself has a higher spatial resolution generally. But for the most part, it creates a good kind of difference depending on when you're in the real world or in the Oasis. So that's always good. I didn't notice any weird artifacts. Supposedly this is a BD100 100 gig disc, so it's probably got a fairly healthy bit rate. I haven't checked that out yet. In terms of HDR, as you might already know, I don't actually have a HDR capable TV at the moment yet, so I'm unable to really have a take on that. But the SDR colors actually looked decent. I've got a Panasonic player which down converts that to SDR. Looked fine compared to the Blu-ray. You definitely do see an uptick from the Blu-ray though when switching between them. We've got kind of like an 80s style, obviously kind of suits the movie. Ready Player One, HDR sticker, well not sticker, it's integrated. Got the Australian rating and a quote here. On the spine, got Ready Player One, Ultra HD Blu-ray up the top, Village Roadshow, Warner, and then the rating. And on the reverse, we've got the information about the film, some spiels and quotes. Got quite a lot of special features on here as well on the Blu-ray disc, including a nice featurette, which has some really cool info in there. Obviously, it's a 2160p presentation, sourced from a 2K DI, presented in its original aspect ratio of 2.40 to 1. So this release here has a Dolby Atmos track, which sounds stellar, and also has Dolby Vision for color. So if you do have a Dolby Vision compatible display and player, definitely one to get. So inside, we have the Ultra HD disc, which is a green, and then we have the Blu-ray, which is kind of like a browny color. Thanks for checking out my quick overview of Ready Player One 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray release. If you want a little bit more detail, I've done a full written review on BluRayAddict.com, which is my new website, which I'm kind of still building. Kind of had a soft launch in the past week, so go check that out if you haven't already. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment below what you thought of Ready Player One. Have you got the 4K Blu-ray? Have you pre-ordered it? Hit me up on Twitter, always open for a conversation there, and follow me on the links below. As always, guys, till next time, take care.